they're so concerned about people getting fired, which to me is just absurd. Of course, people are going to get fired. It goes back to the whole idea of new leadership. People are going to get fired. That's how everything works in the real world. But so here's a clip about that.
Why?
There we go.
I'm not going to get into personnel decisions that we made.
So you're not accountable for your decisions to take people who've served our country so admirably and terminate them without any cause?
That's a one-sided story. Anyone that has been terminated from the
tell
FBI, generally
your
speaking,
side of the story.
failed to meet the needs of the FBI and uphold their constitutional duties. And you providing a one-sided story from your perch is absolutely disgraceful, because the men and women of the FBI deserve better. And your attack on the current leadership of the men and women of the FBI is equally disgraceful, because now you're attacking the leaders that are our brave SACs in the field who are doing.
What is it with liberals feeling like they're entitled to jobs? Because that's become a thing this past week. I'm seeing it a lot.
Yeah, I have a hard time feeling bad for people concerned about FBI agents getting fired when 2 years ago, if they didn't get a vaccine, they were fired immediately and no one cared.
Precisely.
Like and you know what? These positions are not lifetime appointments. They are not supposed to be there forever. If the leadership does not think that they are serving the cause anymore, they go. It is an inherently political thing to work for the government, and we all pretend it's not when the other guys are in charge, I guess.
Right.
But of course it's political. Like you said, if you're not serving the guy on the top, then get out.
Bye. GTFO. Right. GTFO. I don't know why this is such a hard concept to grasp. I think they feel entitled to these positions and that they're going to stay there forever. Is it a government job thing? I'm not really sure. It is an entitlement mentality, though, and it's a cancer. And it's just so rampant. Like, I'm watching this yesterday. I'm like, you're not entitled to your job. Like, you're just not. I'm not entitled to my job. And so I don't understand why this is something that's such a foreign concept to these people. They need to get a grip. Kash also trolled Dick Durbin, which was just fun to watch. So here's a clip on that.
Incriminating client list. Why was this July 7th memorandum unsigned?
Would you prefer I've used AutoPen?
Why was it unsigned?
The memorandum had the insignia of the Department of Justice and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And in our
it was just, people were mad about that, but it was like, what do you expect? The guy's sitting there getting just pummeled from all. I'd be a bitch too, you know? It's just.
They keep so much, whenever our admin officials are at these hearings, I'm like, this is why I could never be in the government.
Right.
I would flip a table and like, I could not do it.
And you're nice.
I'm not nice. But I definitely wouldn't be in this situation.
I could never do it either. It's just, I cannot. And the thing is, like I said at the beginning, they're doing this because they feel like he's politicizing the office. Oh my God. It's like, hello, pot, meet kettle, you know?
After you arrested the president and targeted conservatives.
Yeah.
Now it's too political for you.
Right. Okay. It's partisan now. All right. And then Patel was asked about Epstein, which we all knew would happen because that was one of the other things they wanted to hear about, the high profile cases. But obviously Epstein is a huge case. So I think it's Kennedy that's talking to Kash in this clip.
These young women too, besides himself.
There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay. Now,
what do you think about that? What do you think?
Man, I hate this so much. And I'm like proudly a Trump cult member. Like I love Trump. I'll defend him on almost anything except this thing. I think this handling is the worst. And now I just don't get it. Now we don't even think that he was trafficking at all. That's bare minimum.
Well, here's what, it sent like somebody who's a Trump cult member, and I don't even think you have to be a cult member to think maybe in the Biden administration, they destroyed files. So I mean, if he's saying, and just listening to, like, if you want to call this testimony, because I mean, that's in essence, he's on the stand, he's answering. So he's saying, we don't have, if based on the stuff that we have, which is not a lot right now, which I assume they had a lot more, Biden could have handled this. He could have handled it. His administration could have done a lot more than what they did. And I go back to, like, we've got this billboard on I-35 that I see all the time. It's some liberal that puts it up. And they have on the billboard right now, why aren't they putting out the Epstein files? Well, why didn't they handle this during the Biden administration? It begs the question, this should have been handled then, and they didn't handle it. And now all of a sudden they're like, Trump's not handling it. This administration's not handling it. So they had plenty of time to destroy files.
I think that's completely right. And I don't like the Democrats pretending that they care about this at all, because obviously they don't. But what I don't like is that Kash is expecting us to fill in the gaps there. Like, if we think that credible evidence was destroyed, can you just say that?
Exactly.
Or instead he says, we don't have it. And we're supposed to, as his defenders, say, maybe he means that the Biden administration destroyed these files and we no longer have access to them. Like, I'm really tired of filling in all of these gaps. Can you help me out a little here?
That's
can
a great,
be on the same team?
Great point, Corinne. Yeah. It's like, he could have at the very least said, we feel as though evidence was destroyed. I want to look into that.
Yeah.
And that would have been helpful for the American people. It would have been helpful for people like us. That would have been great. And that would have answered a lot of questions, because you're right. We're out here filling in the gaps, and that sucks. That we have to do that. We have to talk about Cozy Earth, you guys, and the blankets and the robes and the pajamas. I have a pair of pajamas from Cozy Earth. You got to get some, Corinne. They're the best. They really are. They're delicious. They're the most deliciously soft pajamas. And I have a robe that I wear all the time. And I also have a bubble cuddle blanket. You have to be very careful saying that. It's hard to say. It's like a tongue twister. I just got one for our kids. They're moving into a new house. You guys, they close on their house today. My kids do here in Texas. They moved from California. They closed today. I got them a bubble cuddle blanket for their house. It matches their house. They're so excited as a housewarming gift. They love ours because we have one here, and everybody tries to confiscate mine because I have like my little place in my recliner. Everybody wants to steal it. But everybody has like their place at the end of the day where they have like their go-to snuggle place. Mine is my recliner with my bubble cuddle blanket. So if you have not checked these out, you have got to go check them out. They're fantastic. They're great gifts for yourself, for a birthday, for Christmas, an anniversary, housewarming. They stand by their quality. Their blankets come with a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, and their apparel is backed by a lifetime guarantee. Hello. So they truly mean it when they say their stuff is meant to last. We love the company. We love the people who work there. Their quality is unmatched. So go to cozyearth.com, use code CHICKS at checkout for 40% off all of the stuff. That's cozyearth.com, code CHICKS. Do it. All right. So I saved the best for last, at least for me, because this was my favorite, because y'all know how much I love me some scotch Maisie Hirono. This is just my favorite clip of all. So check this one out.
So you've been asked some questions about changes to your hiring standard, and including college degrees and possibly the age. But, one question I had is that you are now requiring applicants to be able to do a certain kind of pull-ups, which a lot of women cannot because of physiological differences. Are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
So
are
are you
being
requiring
appropriately
these
assessed.
kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC.
Maisie, what is a woman?
Yeah. Wow. Now all of a sudden there are physiological differences between men and women.
What? Oh my gosh.
I feel like you are the kind of woman who could do a bunch of pull-ups. Like I've never been able to do a pull-up. I feel like Amy does like a million pull-ups. She's probably winning
Push-ups.
championships on it.
More push-ups than pull-ups, Corinne. But I mean, listen, if I were going to do what these FBI agents do, you're damn right. I would be doing lots of pull-ups every single day. You know, that's
And
so
I can't do a pull-up, which is why the FBI should never hire me.
right.
One of the reasons, one of the many reasons.
I will say Katie Britt, because I was waiting for somebody on our side to be like, hold on, wait a second, what the hell? And Katie Britt for the win with this one.
Well, before I begin, I want to thank Senator Hirono for what she said, acknowledging that there are physical differences between men and women.
Yes.
Talking about that women wouldn't be able to do as many pull-ups, and I think that she was making a case here that there should be different standards. There's a thing called Title IX, and this is why we continue to say we should have biological men and men's sports and biological women and women's sports.
Yes. Yes, Katie. Yes. That was so beautiful. It needed to be said.
It was beautiful. Perfect.
Yeah. And when we talk about Title IX in the future, I hope that everybody on the right whips that clip out and they're like, oh, by the way, drunk Maisie said this. Scott.